If there were a way that you could build momentum as a speaker, grow your influence, and get paid to speak, all without quitting your job, would you want to know how to make that happen? Well, there is, in fact, a way that you can build momentum as a speaker. You can grow your influence and get paid to speak without quitting your job. And in today's episode, I'm going to share with you exactly how to do that. Welcome to the Next Stage Speaker Success Secret Podcast. I'm Lord Al Jensen, and with over 7,500 stage presentations and 200 just in this past year, I've been exactly where you are, and I know what works, and more importantly, what doesn't work. And let me tell you something, the biggest misconception in the speaking world is that you have to be full-time to make speaking work for you, that you need to quit your job, jump in head first, and hope for the best. That is wrong. In fact, some of the most successful speakers started part-time. They built their brand, they refined their message, and made real money long before they ever considered leaving their full-time careers. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. The part-time speaker model. How to start booking speaking gigs while keeping your day job. How to balance speaking with your full-time career and personal life. How to actually make money as a part-time speaker, even if no one knows who you are yet. Because here's the truth. Speaking does not have to be all or nothing. You don't have to choose between security and opportunity. You can have both if you know how to do it right. So you've been waiting for the perfect time to get started speaking. Well, let me save you some trouble because there is no perfect time. The best speakers, they don't wait for opportunities. They create them. And by the end of this episode, you will know exactly how to start creating your own speaking opportunities right now. So get ready because today's episode is packed with real world, no BS strategies to help you start speaking, to help you start earning and start building the momentum that could change your career forever. So why part-time speaking is really a smart move? A lot of aspiring speakers think they need to go all in to make speaking work for them. They assume that unless they're quitting their job, they're traveling constantly and speaking full-time, that they'll never be taken seriously. But that is simply not true. In fact, many of the most successful speakers, they started part-time, testing the waters, refining their message, and growing their network before they ever made speaking their full-time focus. Now, the best part, you don't have to quit your job to make an impact and generate real revenue as a speaker. Speaking part-time is a low-risk, high-reward way to make extra income without losing financial stability, to test the waters to see if speaking is really right for you, to build your reputation while keeping your career, to expand your network and open doors to new opportunities. Think of it like this. An author doesn't quit their job to write their first book. They start part-time. A musician doesn't go straight to doing world tours. They start playing small local gigs. And a business owner often starts as a side hustle before going full-time. And speaking is no different. Starting part-time allows you to build experience, credibility, and demand for your message. And when opportunities start piling up, transitioning to full-time becomes a pretty easy decision. Even if you never go full-time, you can build a highly profitable speaking side business while keeping your primary career. Now, step number one in this process is to identify your speaking niche. One of the biggest mistakes that new speakers make is trying to talk about everything, thinking that it'll get them booked more often. But that's really a recipe for staying invisible. The more specific your niche, the more valuable you become. Ask yourself, what unique skills or experiences do I have? What problem can I help people solve? Who would benefit the most from my insights? So here's some example niches for part-time speakers. Corporate professionals, they teach leadership, productivity, and sometimes communication skills. Entrepreneurs and business owners, they will speak on branding and sales and maybe even marketing. Personal development experts can talk about confidence, resilience, or having a great mindset. Industry specialists will share their expertise in healthcare, in tech, finance, or maybe education. Creative professionals may teach storytelling, content creation, or social media growth. You don't need to be a world-class expert. You just need to know more than the people that you're teaching. Step number 2, define your speaking goals, because not all part-time speakers have the same goals. Some just want to make some extra money. Others want to build a brand, to grow a business, and maybe generate leads. Ask yourself, why do I want to speak? Do you want to earn extra income through paid speaking gigs? Do you want to build your authority and personal brand? Maybe use speaking to get coaching or consulting clients? Or do you want to get more exposure in your industry? Your goal will determine the type of speaking gigs that you will go after. It will help you determine how much time you dedicate to speaking and what success looks like for you. Getting crystal clear on your goals help you focus on the right opportunities, not just any opportunity. Now, the third step is to find your first speaking opportunities, and you don't need to wait for a huge conference to start speaking. There's plenty of smaller stages that are looking for speakers right now. And some great places to start include local business events at your Chamber of Commerce or maybe networking groups. There are industry meetup and professional associations, and many of them host monthly speakers. There's podcasts and live streams. That's a great way to build some authority. There's webinars and online summits, and many of them need guest experts. Now, there's some hidden speaking opportunities that a lot of people overlook. Nonprofits and community groups, they're always looking for guest speakers. Universities and colleges often host expert panels and workshops. There's corporate lunch and learns. Companies bring a speaker in for employee development. There's faith-based and spiritual groups. They often need speakers for workshops and events. You already know people who run events. Just ask your network where they need speakers. Now, the biggest challenge for part-time speakers, finding the time. When you're juggling work and family and speaking, it's really easy to feel overwhelmed. Start with virtual gigs because no travel means more flexibility. Speak at evening or weekend events because many networking groups meet after hours. You might use paid time off or vacation days wisely because some gigs are worth taking time off for. And batch your efforts. Block time for outreach, for content and prep work. Many employers also support speaking if it aligns with their industry, so your company may even pay you to speak. Now, you don't have to be full-time to make serious money as a speaker. Paid speaking gigs for relative beginners can garner from $500 to maybe $2,500 per gig. That's not uncommon. You might offer something after your talk, like a book that you've written or a course or maybe some coaching. You might use speaking to land clients, as in lead generation, or sponsorships. Get paid by brands to promote their message. If you can make $1,000 a month speaking part-time, you're already on your way to becoming a profitable business speaker. So why should you start now? If you've been waiting for the perfect moment to start speaking, here's your wake-up call. There is no perfect moment. The best way to become a successful speaker is to start now and build momentum. So let's do a quick recap here. Number one, find your niche. Speak on something that you know well. Set your goals. Define whether you're speaking for income, for branding, or client attraction. And then get out there and book your first gig. There's local events, there's podcasts, and there's webinars all over the place, and those are some great places to start. Balance speaking with your day job. Look for virtual gigs, weekend events, and use your scheduling time wisely. And monetize wisely. Get paid to speak, sell products, or maybe even generate leads for your coaching. Your next step, pick one small action you can take today. Reach out to an event organizer. Post about your experience online. Record a short video sharing an insight. You just don't need to quit your job to be a successful speaker. You just need to start speaking. All right, we've covered a lot today. You can start right where you are. You can build your reputation. You can begin making real money from speaking without disrupting your career. You know where to find gigs, and you know how to balance speaking with your full-time job. You know how to start monetizing your message. So now it's time to take action. Because here's the deal. Knowing what to do is not enough. The speakers who actually get booked, who get paid, and who gain momentum are the ones who take action and implement. So if you are serious about turning speaking into a powerful side income without getting overwhelmed, I've put together something that may help. It's called Booked and Busy, the Part-Time Speaker's Quick Start Guide. And in that guide, I'll walk you through how to land your first or maybe your next speaking gig quickly, exactly what to say when pitching event organizers, and the 3 easiest ways to make money from speaking, a step-by-step 30-day plan to get results fast. Now, it's normally $47, but as a special thank you for being a podcast listener, I'll let you grab it today for just $17. The link is in the show notes, or if you're watching this on video, it's down below someplace. So grab your copy now before you forget, because the best way to build momentum is to just simply start. And that's it for today's episode of the Next Stage Speaker Success Podcast. If you found this valuable, please subscribe, leave a review, and maybe share it with a fellow speaker. And remember, your message matters. Keep speaking, keep inspiring, and I'll see you on the next episode.